Hi, I'm Rick of Rick Saw Designs here with another build project. I start off these projects a lot of times just looking around my garage for something to do. I have a few hours and I find a lot of scrap wood. I don't want to go out and buy something. Halloween's coming up. I have an Oktoberfest kind of sale booth coming up. I want to present some Halloween kind of projects somewhere along the way. So I'm trying to find some scraps in my shop. I found literally the pallet that my saw stop came in. As far as I'm concerned, they just supplied me with something I could do something with. So let's see what we can turn the pallet into. I have a literal tree branch from a cherry tree from my friend's yard. It's been sitting in my garage for a couple years, so it's nice and dry. I can use this. Let's see how I use this. One of the nice things about YouTube and cameras and film is I can show you I'm going to make these. But honestly, right now at this point, I don't know what I'm going to make. I know I have some scrap wood sitting around. I have some spray paint. I know it's Halloween. I know I have a little booth coming up, and I know some people like to buy that kind of decor around the house, so I'm going to try to make some Halloween kind of stuff, and hopefully this looks good. So let's see how I can effectively use this scrap wood and not just throw it away or put it in the wood pile to burn. Join me. Hope we have fun. Hope I make a good project. Let's find out. No injuries. So I broke it down the boards. This is your basic 2x4 size, and I've broken them down into three basic sizes. So I have three sets of 6, 8, and 10, and I'll put these together in one project. And then I have four sets here of 9-inch boards. I have them overlaying each other because I'm going to make them the shape of a pumpkin when I'm done. Pallet wood oftentimes comes out like this with that piece kind of all chipped on the side. They want to all throw it away. As it turns out, this piece of wood is completely covered in the design. It actually doesn't create a problem for me at all. So it's a great way to use a piece of scrap wood. We have a long way to go. Let's see what we can do with these. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and assemble my pumpkins. Got four simple pieces here. I've got a piece that will eventually be the stem. I'm going to actually use that to measure between the other two pieces. And I'm going to spread these out. Notice this is the one piece with the edge on it that doesn't look good. It's going to get hidden right there. I'm going to actually put the stem in the middle to space out my pieces and just try to keep them even. I'm going to put a bead of glue down, and then I'm going to simply staple this on. The glue is going to end up holding it in the end. I'm not worried about this. This is not a big test of strength, but we're just going to hit this, put this together, kind of line things up. And I'm just going to put a couple brad nails in. And that's going to hold that nice and tight. I'm going to let the glue set on that. I will end up cleaning this glue up a little because we don't want that. It'll cause some problems with paint later. Notice that my spacer just comes right out, but I'm going to cut that out first, I think. I'm just going to use this bandsaw, and I'm just going to cut out these shapes. It does not have to be perfect at all. Pumpkins are all different, so that kind of works in my favor. When I cut them differently, we can call them unique and handmade. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these now. So I've lifted the guard blade so you can see what I'm about to do. I want to create some stripes, kind of like this, to make it kind of look like the lines in the pumpkin. And I could have done this before, but I kind of like doing it afterwards because they look a little more balanced. If I think I could do this. They again don't have to be the same every time, so I'm not going to be setting anything. And I'm going to cut just a thin curve. By the way, my saw is off. This goes, I don't know, a little bit more than 1/8 of an inch down below here, just to create a nice little line. And I'm going to put 2 somewhere in here, just trying to avoid these staples here. I'm going to go through the whole thing and do it here, and then I'm going to raise the blade and do it to the sides, doing the same thing, trying to make 1 or 2 somewhere in there. And I don't want them even. I don't want them all to look the same, so that when I look at two of them, I can see that they're similar, but they're not the same. I want some variation. I want it to be unique. For about 1/8 of an inch up, I had to take off my blade guard protector because I need to push this through. I do have my riving knife in, and the objective is to simply make a couple cuts in here, just staying away from the two sides.
So they're all completed. Here are my pumpkins. I have some in orange and some in white, some with green tops, and some simply have the branches on top to kind of make it look like the stem. I decided to put the trio together. So there's a cat, a pumpkin, and a ghost. And then the third project was just making some candy corns, and I'm selling them in sets of 3s. What do you think?